Reading One Piece for the first time, and I have thoughts and feelings about the Long Ring, Long Land arc. Is that right? Yeah. I kind of found it annoying. I'm so sorry. To anyone who, like, if this is your favorite arc or whatever. But I don't know. I found the Foxy pirates really annoying. I found the concept of the Davy back fight to be like weird. Like I get that it's like an honorable pirate thing to like not back down from this, which would be fine if the fights themselves were like honorable, but they're not. So it's like you can't. I know it's a pirate show, but I feel like either the whole thing is honorable and like has rules, or none of it does. In which case, why even bother? You know? Like, I think I just kept finding it infuriating that the Straw Hats kept complaining about how the Foxy Pirates were cheating. But, like, yeah, they're pirates. They're gonna cheat. Just cheat yourselves. Or, like, I don't know. And, like, yeah, they started to do that towards the end, but it's just a really weird concept. And the only reason I can think of for it being introduced like this, in this way, is maybe in the future Luffy's going to have to challenge someone in this way. Maybe he really wants like a crew member of somebody. I don't know. It was good at highlighting everybody's individual skills, which I really liked. Like Nami in particular really shone in the first like raft challenge. Like she's such a good navigator and it was great. But you know, it amounted to nothing because of the cheating that was going on and everyone else being distracted and not, you know, also cheating. So yeah, I just had like mixed feelings about that. The Zoro Sanji round was great. I mean, I love them both anyway, and I love their dynamic. So it was funny that these two guys who should easily like steamroll this other team because they couldn't work together for so long, it was just like not working. And then as soon as they did work together, they showed what a formidable like fighting partnership they have, and it was great. I also I loved Sanji like not wanting to have that ball on his head, and then the moment Nami's like, "You look so great," he was like, "I will be the ball man." Yeah. Imagine what Sanji and Zoro could accomplish if they just teamed up together more often. The Luffy Foxy fight was fun, but it was just like so low stakes because like I know, like we knew he was gonna win, and I know that in every other fight we know Luffy's gonna win because he's the, you know, the protagonist. But there are usually other stakes involved. You know, somebody else could get hurt, or maybe I don't know, anything could happen. But this was literally just win or lose for a competition. I did enjoy his afro power though, and I liked Usopp being his wingman. That was lovely. The best part of the arc was once the Foxy Pirates were out of there and Admiral Aokiji or Aokiji showed up, because he is terrifying. Robin was so scared of him, and he seemed kind of nice at first, and then abruptly turned on them. And his abilities, his ice abilities, are, yeah, like how do you combat that? He immediately basically wipes out the Straw Hats. He freezes Robin. He takes Sanji and Zoro out, basically. Luffy can't defend against it. He's a really, really good antagonist to have coming up. And his fascination, his interest in Nico Robin is scary and interesting. I was hoping we were going to get some more Robin backstory stuff coming up, so this is great. Seeing everybody come together to protect and save Robin was also so great. Like, they have fully embraced her into the Straw Hats. She is a Straw Hat to them. I'm still a little bit like, I think because I want her to open up more, but the Straw Hats have fully, like, she's one of them, and that's great. Aokiji mentioned Luffy's grandfather and knowing his grandfather, and it's interesting because obviously at this point in the manga that would be like super interesting and mysterious, but because I've seen the live action, I know he means Garp. It's so interesting. I'd kind of forgotten for a moment as well when I read it. I was like, ooh, and then I was like, oh, like, I know this. It's so interesting that they decided to reveal it way earlier in the live action. So considering that, I'm wondering what implications it has generally on the story anyway. Usopp seems kind of concerned about how strong the people they encounter keep being and how strong the rest of the team are getting. And I think he's like feeling a little bit like not great about that. So I'm hoping that Usopp's going to develop some like cool stuff, like with Nami, like with her like things. Maybe he's going to use the dials for something interesting, or develop his fun like psychic taunts. I don't know. Yeah, but it's interesting that Usopp's acknowledging that at the moment maybe he feels like a weak link, which is sad, but also a little bit true in a physical way. Luffy reiterates as they continue on their journey that they need a shipwright. So I'm hoping that, like, it seems like it's time. In the next arc, we're going to get another crew member and they're going to be a shipwright. And they can fix the Marriott and everything will be great. And Usopp can focus on inventing stuff instead of ship fixing. Yeah,